So I'm just here. It is just gone February 2026, and I haven't done a video I think since last August, so a lot of things I've changed on the layout since then, and I really just wanted to give a quick update and overview from when I did a video last time. The last video I posted, I had done the corner shop, which is there, and I had just finished the factory, which is over there. Since then, I think in the last video I said that I was going to do a pub, so I end up doing the pub, and I'm just going to go around here now this way and show you the pub that I had built and put into the town. So that is now the latest. That is another addition that I've done since August last year. And I also always wanted to put a fire station in with a fire engine, so I also over the last few months have put into the little town a fire station and a fire engine. Like I've said in the last few videos, I started with a layout that was focused more on Australian trains, and I really wanted to move across to British trains. I have a lot more interest in the British railway system. I've been watching a lot of videos, and of course the guys that I see a lot on the YouTube and the ones that I follow a lot are all in England and Wales. So a lot of the ideas and techniques and different things that I'm learning is from the guys over there. So I really wanted to change this whole layout to a English layout. Also, since the last layout, you might recall over here that I actually, on the top layer, I had a mountain kind of scene, which was a tunnel for the lower. After watching many videos of other people, and I started to realize too that it was clutter. It was one comment I heard from one video I watched was like, once you start putting mountains and tunnels in, you don't really see some things in the layout. So I removed that, and I basically put some trees in its place and some sheep, and I'm actually going to make that as part of that homestead down the back there, which also will be changing in time to a English country farmhouse. As is in the back corner there, I will be changing that from an American style kind of house to also a British one as well. I also, over the last few weeks of Christmas time, if you watched my last video, you will note that I had like a European kind of cottage house over in that corner, and in the last few weeks I have finally managed to put a country house, English country house, over in this as well. So now I'm slowly transforming the whole layout, with much more to go in terms of making it look as best as British that I can, considering that most of it I'm building from watching people's YouTube videos, and coming from an Australian, converting from an Australian background now to more English. In terms of trains, the newest additions I've had, not really, I think since the last video I put out, I am not sure, but I got another 47 class inner city, which is there, and in having that, I also bought some inner city coaches as well. I think also I've ended up getting this 56 class as well since the last video, and at Christmas time I also ended up getting this 73 class, which I have to say is a Railroad Plus version, but it runs well. And my first steam loco, which I inherited in, which I really liked, is the Black 5. So that's model sort of the train updates. I also, one of our hobby shops here in Australia was having a Christmas sale. I'm not really into freight much, I'm mainly into passenger, but I end up getting, I really like the rail freight carriages, like the wagons over there, so I end up getting a couple of the rail freight cars. I've got also a ferry rail freight, and I also got a pallet. I think they used to carry pallets, so a Shell Star, which I believe is a pallet wagon. So I've added those to the collection as well. I also am now at the moment converting. This was an Australian platform, had an old 1950s Australian station on it. I'm now converting that to an English, kind of English modern platform. I'm not going to change the extensions that I already have because they fit in quite nice, but the middle part I am installing the subway, and I'm installing a small I suppose waiting room, kind of English waiting room, which is another card kit, and also I will be putting another subway exit into the middle of the layout over here somewhere, so it looks like people are coming in and going through the exit. I also, over the last month or two, went to Wagon Wheels, and I bought a Westhill Wagon Works, and I ordered a modern platform, which I had a Hornby platforms in there before, but I've managed to build this one, and I have some lights to put on that to finish it, and some signs, and then obviously outside I'm just going to have like car park and cars just to finish the scene off a little bit. But pretty much where I'm up to at the moment for where the layout's heading. As I said, I'm going to finish these two stations first, that one, and then after that my next priority would be to build the farmhouses or country houses, which are for that scene over there. I do have a few more locos that I'm interested in, but I think I will save that for the next video, and I just wanted to give everybody a bit of a rundown on where I'm at right now. Thank you for watching if you watched. I'm really enjoying at the moment converting this over to a English layout.